there is a strange pull toward the forbidden. It is a pull that has existed for centuries. Humanity has always been fascinated by stories of darkness. We are drawn to tales of those who walk a different path, a path that leads away from the light and into the shadows. These are the stories of Satan's followers. Their tales filled with mystery, fear, a dark allure that, well, we just can't seem to resist. Why do we lean in closer when we hear a whisper about a secret ritual? Why do our eyes widen at the mention of a pact with the devil? It's a question that touches the very core of our nature. We are creatures of light, yet we are endlessly curious about the dark. And this curiosity, honestly, is not a modern phenomenon. It's as old as civilization itself. From the earliest myths right up to today's horror films, the figure of the ultimate evil has held a powerful grip on our imagination. The idea of someone willingly choosing to serve this evil is even more captivating. It defies everything society tells us is right and good. This defiance is both terrifying and strangely compelling. We listen to these stories from the safety of our homes, our hearts pounding with a mixture of dread and excitement. They are the ultimate ghost stories told around the world's campfire for generations. The story of Satan's followers is not a single straight line. It's a tangled web of history, myth, misunderstanding. It begins not with organized cults, but with ancient whispers. Long before the word Satanist was ever used, there were stories of dark gods and malevolent spirits. People feared those who seemed to traffic with these entities. They were the sorcerers, the witches, and the heretics. They were accused of turning their backs on the gods of their people and seeking power from forbidden sources. These early accusations were often born of fear of the different. Someone who lived alone, who knew about herbs, or who questioned authority could easily become a target of suspicion. As history marched forward, these fears began to crystallize. The image of a single ultimate evil, Satan, grew stronger in religious traditions. With this came a more defined picture of his followers. They were no longer just village outcasts. They were imagined as an organized army of evil working in secret to undermine society and corrupt the innocent. The myths became more elaborate. Stories spread of dark masses held in ruined churches, of pacts signed in blood, and of terrifying rituals performed under the full moon. These tales were powerful. They served as warnings, as morality plays, and as a way to explain the unexplainable misfortunes of life, from failed crops to sudden plagues. This narrative laid the groundwork for centuries of persecution. The witch hunts that swept through Europe were fueled by this deep-seated fear of Satan's hidden agents. Thousands were accused, tortured, and executed based on confessions of meeting the devil and joining his unholy ranks. Historians now understand that these events were driven by mass hysteria, social tension, and religious fanaticism, not by any real, widespread satanic conspiracy. Yet, the stories that came out of these trials, filled with lurid details of sabbats, demonic orgies, only cemented the legend in the public mind. The myth of the satanic follower had become a terrifying reality for many. From these dark times, the legend continued to evolve. In the Age of Enlightenment, it took on a more literary and romantic quality. Secret societies and mysterious individuals became subjects of fascination. Figures like the Comte de Saint-Germain and Cagliostro were rumored to possess dark occult knowledge. The idea of the sophisticated aristocratic Satanist emerged, a far cry from the haggard witches of earlier centuries. This evolution shows how our perception of evil changes with the times. The core fear remains, but the face of the enemy adapts. From ancient whispers to modern moral panics, the tale of Satan's followers continues to be retold, each time reflecting the anxieties of its age.